Bienvenidos. Soy la Bruja Espinada and I am here with your new moon. Let me double check. It is the new moon in Aquarius reading. So let's get started. I've been trying to be better at keeping my notes because my mind is all over the place. So, new moon, new lunar year, and it's in Aquarius. It is the year of the horse, and I believe it's the fire horse. Let me double check my notes. So there is a lot of change, and the change that's coming, there is the opportunity for growth in the sense of don't think, well, it's not limited, rather. Let's keep it at that. It's not a limited type of growth. What this growth that we are thinking on is the ability to do many different things. That is including being playful. Okay, so fire horse, I was right. Okay, so it is the year of the fire horse. So I was double checking. There is the ability for play. There is the ability to dedicate time to having fun, to doing things that you truly have been passionate about. That's one of the things that has been leading up to this Lunar New Year. This new year is incorporating your passion, the passion for play, whatever this hobby is, whatever it is that you've been super passionate about, you've been dreaming about, it is time. Play doesn't necessarily mean that it's all play, right? It's just having fun. No, but the fact that it is something that is utterly enjoyable, that's the difference. It's something that you truly enjoy, that you will enjoy, that you will absolutely love, right? Ooh, and that's interesting. So we're starting with the Eight of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Cups. We have the High Priestess. We have the King of Cups in reverse. Ooh, we have the Tower. We have the Four of Cups in reverse. We have the Page of Cups. Interesting. We have Temperance, but Temperance is in reverse. We have the Queen of Swords, my favorite card. Very, very interesting reading as of yet. We have the Five of Cups in reverse. We have the Magician. Great to see the Magician and the High Priestess in the same reading. We have the Knight of Swords, the Chariot in reverse. Very interesting to see that. The Six of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands. We have these two cards, and I might pull them in a moment. So let's get started. The Eight of Wands. And it's very interesting because in this depiction, the Eight of Wands is depicted by arrows. They're very different types of arrows. There's nothing necessarily wrong with the concept that there are, well, usually the Eight of Wands is better than the Seven of Wands, right? The Eight of Wands is an indicator that the difficult times that you've been facing, dealing with, and encountered, the obstacles, situations, partnerships, that time of difficulty is coming to an end, right? And so as it comes to an end, one of the things that you want to consider is the way that you're going to manage your that's not what I wanted to say, is how you're going to, okay, so the explanation that I'm going to come up with is this: Has something ever happened? Like, for example, perfect example. Let's say you made plans, right? And as the date of the plan comes up, there is a sudden cancellation. And let's say that there was worries about this plans, right? Like you didn't have any energy, you had to like move things around to try to make it work. Let's say that it was a dinner meetup, and you just didn't have enough in your funds to be able to cover that cost of you going to dinner, but you had made a promise to show up. This is like an indicator of when those plans are canceled, and then you feel that sense of relief. And now you don't know what to do with yourself. That is what this is. So, what this card is preparing you for is what you're going to do with the difficult times being over, the obstacles coming to an end or being resolved, that there's been a resolution, and of course it is in your favor. So you have to start thinking about how you want to plan all of that out, right? You want to start considering the fact that you may not entirely have everything set with how you want to move forward, and that's okay, right? It's the constant messages that have been coming through with the other readings has been, you need to trust in universe, right? You need to trust in your higher power. You need to trust that everything's going to fall into place. It doesn't mean just sit back and wait. It's that as you take days, moments at a time, or you take it a day at a time, you take it a moment at a time, you take it a situation at a time. It, as long as you constantly are moving forward and you're proceeding with that caution, things are going to fall into place for the good. And we can see this because now we have the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups upright is a huge indicator of celebration. Now, along with the new moon being in Aquarius, that is a sign that is also like a harbinger for like friendship, for compassion, for why is the word escaping me? Companionship isn't necessarily the word that I wanted to use. Not even union. It's going to come back to me in a moment. But it's that sense of like community. It's like community coming together for that support, right? That's that, okay, the obstacles are ending, and rely on these like true friends, right? And I say true friends because I've heard from many different people that they have been seeing signs of who their true friends are, or who the true reliable people are in their lives, that are actually there for them the way they have been there for those people. It's kind of like your true circle is coming out, and that's that indicator here that you see with the Three of Cups. There is a lot of celebration, there is a lot of harvest, there is abundance in this tight-knit community. And this is just further reinforced by the fact that the High Priestess is here. Now, the High Priestess is always that reminder of your strong ability to be able to create, to manifest, to bring up, not bring up, what did I want to say? I'm like, I have to double check. I don't think it's Mercury retrograde, so I don't know why my communication is failing me right now. Okay, I'm not, I shouldn't get lost in the fixation of this word. High Priestess is always that reminder. It is that reminder from universe, from your holy mothers, that you are just that badass baddie that you are, right? That you have so much power within you, power given to you through the universe, through your higher powers, that protect you, that cloak you, that give you that ability to succeed when you put your mind to what it is that you truly want. It is that redefining concept of how you should trust your intuition, on how you've grown to better love yourself, to better trust yourself, to better trust your abilities, right? And so the reason why, and obviously you've done much of it alone, but the concept of the Three of Cups here is that in your community, or at least this stronger community that has begun being built, or that has been reinforced in your life, is that you are made up, you're backed up by people much like you, that have always supported you, that are just as strong as you are, that you would be there for them as they would be there for you, right? And the idea that this community, right, is being built is that you are all rooting for each other, that you're protected by these people's prayers, right? By these people's wishes for you to succeed, that they don't see you as competition, that they see you as just another member of their community, in which everyone in that community needs to thrive, right? And sometimes it's hard to accept that, only because you faced plenty enough obstacles in which people didn't have that love for you like you had for them. And trust me, I totally understand. I've been there myself, where I've given my love freely to friends who just didn't wish that same for me. That turned me into the villain of their story. And I mean, like I've told people before, you may not be everyone's cup of tea, but not everybody likes tea or good tea, right? So this is followed, the High Priestess is followed by the King of Cups in reverse. This is not necessarily a bad thing. The King of Cups in reverse is just that indicator of learning to sit with these feelings and kind of sorting them out, right? It's not saying that you haven't been, it's just kind of reinforcing, like, hey, it's okay to sit with your emotions. Like, if you feel I have a quote. Okay, so there's a quote, and I love to save quotes, right? But there's one, and I love sharing it with people, because this is where it becomes tricky when you're so used to the bad treatment of others, that it kind of messes with your intuition, right? And so what winds up happening is that many people can't tell the difference between, am I genuinely having a gut feeling of distrust, or am I just so traumatized that I can't tell the difference of whether someone has bad intentions, or someone is genuinely you know being good to me. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Here it is. Learn the difference between your intuition guiding you and your trauma misleading you, right? And so this King of Cups, it's kind of just like, hey, sit with your emotions. Like, understand that you are now in a place. You are now in a place in which will be able to discern the difference between those that have hurt you and those that genuinely support you, right? You can see the clear differences. And it's less about giving people the benefit of the doubt, because if there's any sense of doubt, that's your first indicator, right? Whereas, you know, people that won't, or people that don't want to hurt you will be very clear, and it will be obvious that they don't want to hurt you. And so the King of Cups in reverse is just that indicator of like, hey, it's okay to feel those feelings because it is a trauma response, but you are strong enough to know the difference now. This is followed by the Tower. Very, very interesting to have the Tower here because this is just a shakeup, right? We've talked about this before. Most people don't enjoy seeing the Tower card. I, at one time in my life, was one of these people that I didn't like to see the Tower card because I was not a fan of change. But as we are now exiting the year of the snake, and the year of the snake was hard for a lot of people. But the thing is, and I've told this before, people have this, many people associate the snake with negative things, right? Because of like some of them are venomous and things like that, without taking into consideration that not all snakes are venomous, and some are very, very good because they help keep rodent populations down, which ensures more health within communities. But not only that, that the snake is a symbol of constant change, shedding what no longer serves you. The year of the snake was the year of deep shedding. And that's that shakeup. Now we're going into the year of the fire horse, where there's going to be an abundance of movement that's fiery, that's dedicated, that's determined because it's necessary. And you have to be okay with that. And so I'm following this up with a huge smile on my face because we have the Four of Cups in reverse that follows it. The Four of Cups, as you can see here, and this is one of my favorite cards, is that you see these cups at the bottom right here. These are cups of wine that have been sampled, right? And this person is thinking, there are no delicious cups of wine. They're all disgusting. But they are not, they're looking away. They're avoiding. They are trying not to see that the perfect one is just right there. But they have to keep an open mind. Okay, this is why it's one of my favorite cards. It's kind of like that childish, like, no, I don't want to. Right? And it's understandable that when you've been through years of obstacles and challenges and everything, that you kind of want to give up. And I think I've talked about this in the last reading, about that image of like giving up when you're that close. It's a form of self-sabotage, right? So the Four of Cups in reverse, similar to the King of Cups in reverse, is where this is like, hey, sit with your emotions and actually like take into consideration the change, coming to terms and comfort with that change, sitting with the feelings like, yeah, all those situations suck. The Four of Cups is that message for you to embrace the possibility of change, to embrace the changes that are coming, to accept that change is inevitable. There's going to be, with this change, there's going to be a lot of opportunities, right? There's a lot of opportunities. And one of the things is that I just love it because I see the card that's next. When you take a chance, you're taking a gamble, right? And gambling is scary for some people. Taking a chance is scary, but you're taking a chance on yourself. What better investment than to take a chance on you? Now, in embracing change and embracing the possibilities and opportunities are being presented to you, you have the Page of Cups. Learning something new, learning how to handle these scary emotions in stride. You are learning. Now, I'm pretty sure I've mentioned it before in a separate reading. I live across the street from a preschool, and on the side of the wall that faces my front door, there is this huge painting, a mural of the butterfly from Eric Carle's The Very Hungry Caterpillar. And there's a quote that's written underneath that. And it says, "Oh, but what if you fly?" And I don't know if you guys have heard that quote. And the concept to that question is answering the question of, but what if I fall? And here is depicted a flying fish. Oh my dear, but what if you fly? What if you fly? There's another quote that I've heard, and I think I shared it also here, where it states, the difference between fear and trust, or fear and faith, is like a light switch. It's how much of your energy you dedicate to it. Instead of fearing, what if you switch the flip and you flip the switch and you give all your energy to having faith, right? Now, it's easier said than done. Trust me, I know, I've been there. I tell you, from a lot of it too, I share from my experiences, right? Where it's not easy. And trust me, you're not the only one. I'm not just talking out of my ass. I'm not saying these things just to say these things. I say these things because even I'm facing this, right? I'm in a place in my life where I need to trust and have that faith, and I am stuck in my fear. And so I understand. And I'm not just sharing this because this is not. When I do this reading, when I ask and I pray over my setup, I don't ask for myself. I ask for those that are viewing. Because I get my own signs. And they're similar to what's shown in these readings. Now, okay. So we don't end on, but my message ended on, "Oh my dear, but what if you fly?" This is followed by the Temperance card. Everyone hates the Temperance card because the Temperance card is that reminder of patience. But this time, and trust me, it's the first time I've ever had this Temperance, at least that I remember. Temperance has come out in reverse. And I'm going to read it to you because I've never had, honestly, I don't ever remember having Temperance in reverse. So, Temperance in reverse. You have lost touch with your inner calm and tranquility, and your actions are taking you further away from yourself. You must restore your balance, take a step back to examine the root causes in order to break this negative cycle. You need to learn how to trust yourself. And that takes patience because, I don't want to get emotional and cry. But again, it's like that quote that I read to you. When you've given people the benefit of the doubt and you've trusted people that did not deserve your trust, that's what has built your trauma. Major part of it is that you don't trust yourself. You don't trust your judgment, and this is you having a sign that it is time to learn how to trust yourself, because you now have the ability to discern who your true community is. You've seen it happen to you many times. You know who to cut out. You know who to hold on to. You know who to hold on to because they give you nothing but abundance, just like you give to them. Now, this is followed by my favorite card, the Queen of Swords, upright, the no bullshit queen. She's telling you, cut that shit out. Cut the self-distrust. Start trusting in yourself. Start trusting in your words. Start trusting in what you are trying to manifest. You are the queen of no bullshit. This is what this means. Cut that shit out. Cut the shit out that you don't need. Cut the shit of you down talking to yourself. Cut the shit of you distrusting yourself and start learning to trust yourself. Right? And it's very possible to do so because we're followed by the magician. Just like the high priestess, this is your reminder that you are that bad bitch, that baddie, that awesome ass. This is you. You are capable. You are learning. And this is a learning experience. Why? Because we have the Knight of Swords here. The Knight of Swords is, okay, you're leveling up. Maybe you don't feel like you're quite there yet to cut all the bullshit out. You're learning how to cut the bullshit out. And that's what the Knight. You're learning how to set those boundaries, how to keep them, how to make sure that no one crosses those boundaries. Your boundaries, the boundaries that you set in order for you to be at peace, for you to feel safe, for you to no longer be taken advantage of. That's what this card is. Now, speaking of, we are followed by the Chariot. Now, the Chariot has come out in reverse. Now, I love this card. Usually the card of the Chariot is an indicator of like, it is a reminder, well, it's still the same thing, right? In reverse or upright. This is a reminder, reminding you that you are the one that is leading the chariot. You're leading the horse. You are in control of the reins of what vehicle is moving you forward, that's propelling you forward. When it comes in reverse, it's that you've forgotten the control and power that you have over your own life. You have given away your power one too many times. This is what all this is here. These obstacles are coming to an end, but this is your reminder. If you feel like you've lost control, this is your reminder that you are in control. You have a new strong community that surrounds you. You have that power to trust in your intuition. You've learned enough, and you are learning how to deal with the suckiness that you've been putting up with. This sudden change is that reminder that you are in control of your own destiny. You're in control of the path that you're building before you. You are in control of what you can appreciate and understand that change is for the better. That everything has a better possibility and opportunity, but you cannot be afraid of the opportunities that await you if you're going to let them slip by. Cut the bullshit. Remember, you're that badass. You're learning new things every day. And you are in control of the reins. Remember, you're in control of your own life. No one controls your life but you. Now, what is interesting is that this is also followed by the Six of Pentacles. Now, the Six of Pentacles has come out in reverse. The Six of Pentacles is, well, there's a little story into how the Pentacles are told, right? So, the Five of Pentacles and the Rider-Waite card, I've talked about this before, or the Rider-Waite, you know what I'm talking about, the old school tarot deck. It's depicted as someone who is without a home, Also depicted as the matchstick girl, someone that is without money, they're in poverty, and they are sickly outside of a church. And in the stained glass window, there are 5 pentacles. This is an indicator of financial hardships, lack of resources. And the indicator of the 6 of Pentacles is that overcoming the hardship, right? In this instance, the 6 of Pentacles has come out in reverse. Okay, so what does that mean? The 6 of Pentacles in reverse is kind of calling out the bad habit of overspending or oversharing, right? The moment that things are looking up for you monetarily, in regards to resources, sometimes you may either be guilted into giving that away to someone else who believes that they are more more deserving of your gains, or you, instead of putting that into better use, you spend it not in the best way. This is just that indicator of like, hey, spend your resources, your gains better. Either start saving, start paying that towards any debt. It's time. It's time to stop spending in ways that it no longer serves you. You have to learn these better money habits if you're trying to have money. It is what it is, right? So that's followed by, which is very interesting, is the 5 of Cups, another card but it's in reverse. It's another card that I absolutely love. It's an individual who you see here that is depicted as someone crying over spilled wine, spending too much time grieving over what is lost versus appreciating what is left. However, this 5 of Cups has come out in reverse. And it's similar, right? It's the same message. It's just that reminder of like, okay, yes, mistakes have been made. Things have been lost. You can grieve, but you can't grieve too long, right? Not saying that, well, I use the word grieve, but I mean, it's not in the sense of life lost, because that type of grief is usually forever. There's no getting over it, right? Everyone grieves differently. In this instance, we're talking about situations. And okay, maybe you did make a mistake. Maybe you weren't the smartest about certain decisions that were made. Okay, now you're smart. Now you have learned. Now it's time to give that chance one more time, right? Because that change is coming. You have learned. You know how to cut the bullshit, right? And so it's normal to have fear, but you have that opportunity to flip that switch and have faith in yourself again. And the reason why we believe that this is possible is because we are followed by the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands. Someone whose hard work and determination, dedication has yielded success, right? Has yielded success, abundance, fruition. It is there. The other cards I won't pull because it's honestly just reiterating the same thing. It's just repeating itself over and over at this rate. So, Mighty Fates, what lesson do you have to add to our reading? Is there anything else? One card if possible that our watchers may need to take with them. I mean, yeah, there's so much opportunity there's a lot of new opportunities that are coming, especially since it is a new moon, a new lunar year. It's new. Something brand new for you, a time that is new for you to take these new opportunities, this new trust, this new faith, this new strength, this new found belief in yourself that you will be able to overcome, that you will be able to conquer this new community that you're building of people that are strong, loving, trusting, just like you. So we have 3 cards. We have self-love, very much needed there. We have fate, and we have destruction. Let's see what these have to tell us. We have self-love. Self-love says, loving oneself is one of those larger concepts that is difficult to truly integrate. We are conditioned from birth to doubt ourselves, compare, deny, or minimize our gifts, hide ourselves away, and change who we are. This brainwashing is crippling. We become adults who have to fight to remember ourselves. We recognize the importance of loving and accepting ourselves, but releasing those voices and the negative tapes that play in our head can feel impossible. Beyond that, we often decide we need to love ourselves in order to attain or achieve something, i.e., I need to love myself so I can attract a partner. To truly love oneself is to do so without any expectations or hopeful outcomes. The relationship with oneself is the most intimate relationship we will ever have, and it is a daily endeavor. Rather than viewing self-love as a day of pampering or fighting that which is holding you back, let it all fall away for a few moments. Ask your heart, body, and spirit when you wake up, what do you need from me? How can I support you? What will nurture you? How can I deepen my relationship with you? Continue to check in with yourself throughout the day. Beautifully said, especially with a lot of this self-doubt. Let's continue with fate. Here we go. Fate. This card is a reminder that you create your fate. While some lessons and experiences are inescapable, we have free will and choice within the life we are given. This does not always equal fairness, as we do not all start life from the same footing. Nonetheless, each choice we make matters. From this place, we can approach the creation of our life in an empowered way. This deck was inspired by the Norns, 3 mythical figures that rule the destiny of humans within Norse mythology. The name Norn derives from the word meaning to twine, referring to how they weave the threads of fate. Fate is seen as a malleable thing with some fixed aspects. This card's partner is the Weaver. The Weaver asks you to tend to the threads. This card asks you to get clear on the fate you are weaving. This card is big, picture, and all about vision. What are you working towards? What are you saying no to? When we say no, we are saying no to all the experiences that would unfold in the aftermath. Both the yes and no is powerful when we are creating our reality. I can't make this shit up, guys. Now, let's finish it strong with destruction. Here we go. Destruction. This card indicates that a choice must be made. It asks you what needs to die today. Maybe it is the limiting belief, an old inherent pattern, or a toxic relationship. Whatever it is time to let go. Sometimes, once we identify what needs to go, it slips easily from us. Other times, it is a slow cycle of releasing and then loosening the grip of our attachment. Be kind to yourself in this process. We establish attachments to things that do not serve us, but knowing something doesn't serve us does not mean it is easy to let it go, especially if it has become part of our identity. This process requires patience, practice, and self-compassion. Pretty much this entire damn reading. So, let's finish off strong with the Animal Spirit Guides. Animal Spirit Guide, one card, please. What message do you have for our watches? Okay, thank you. You guys are active today. We have the Badger Spirit. Be fearless and bold. I don't know how old you guys are, but I don't know if you know, like, the Honey Badger. It's like the Honey Badger don't give a shit. That's pretty much what this Badger card is. Here we go. Badger Spirit. Badger Spirit rejoices at your persistence and commitment to what is true for you. Whatever you seek, your tenacity and faith in your partnership with Spirit is paying off, and the results will soon coalesce into form within your world. The gift of Badger Spirit is surely that taking a risk now and being courageous, fearless, and bold will yield wondrous results. This is a time to harness your will and apply it consistently to the pursuit of your dreams. Know that no matter the temporary outer conditions, you will manifest your desires in divine timing and in the form that Spirit deems best for you. Badger Spirit says you have what it takes to get what you want. So assert yourself. Be fearless and be bold, shining in your light as your purpose calls you into the world. New relationships are also given a green light now. Don't be afraid to make the first move. Badger Spirit loves your brave and mighty heart. When Badger Spirit comes to protect you, he reminds you that anger or aggression, argumentative behavior, and being pushy or manipulative will not result in a positive outcome. Perhaps someone close to you has excess Badger energy, or perhaps that energy is pent up in you. Either way, now is the time to calm down and allow the energy to pass through you. Go for a hike, or brisk walk, shake it off, or dance it out so you can return to the situation determined and committed, but not so intense that you overwhelm others and yourself. The appearance of Badger Spirit also serves as a reminder that you have been relentlessly and pursuing something that keeps eluding you. The message is that it's time to surrender it up to your higher power and focus on something else. Badger Spirit wants to protect you from self-will run rampant, from being obsessed and getting what you want in the form you prefer, in timing that fits perfectly with your notions of what it has to be. Remember, the world doesn't revolve around your wants. better, more beautiful opportunities will be the result when you release some of that Badger spirit intensity along with your need to have it your way 100%. Well, that is your message for this new moon reading. So, I genuinely hope it helps, and I'll see you guys next time.